Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shania for those of y'all who are new. And before I even get into the video, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. And for this video specifically, make sure you press the like button for this video. And you can also leave a comment on the video too if you want to, since the comment section is back up and working. And I think that's pretty much. Oh, and if you haven't like hit the notification bell to notify yourself when I post videos, I think you should do that too, just to stay a part of the gang, stay a part of the family, and to always be notified when I post videos, because it's content 9 times out of 10 that y'all wouldn't want to miss. So make sure y'all go ahead and do that for me. And I think that's pretty much it as far as what I have to say before I actually get into the video. So let me get right into the video. For this video, it's going to be how to save money as a broke college student. Now, even though that is the title, all of the tips won't necessarily just apply to college students. They can really apply to anybody who's trying to save money. The first tip is going to be to create a monthly or weekly budget. Now, in your monthly or weekly budget, what you include in it just really depends on you and really depends on what you're paying for. So, for example, within my monthly budget, my phone bill is included, my Apple Music stuff is included, my credit card is included, and then those are all of like my necessities, for example. But possibly within your monthly budget, you're also creating wants for yourself. Now, a want for myself that will always be in my monthly budget is getting my nails done, getting my feet done, and getting my eyebrows done. So I just say that to like give a few examples of what can be included in your monthly or weekly budget. But then again, like what's included just really depends on you and really depends on what you're trying to spend money on, what you're not trying to spend money on. But within like the budget, I always think it's important to keep in mind that you're creating a budget so you don't overspend money. So just always make sure that what's in your budget is actually money that you need to spend. It's actually things that you need to spend money on, rather than like you're just trying to splurge on stuff that you don't really need. The second tip is going to be to go grocery shopping in the beginning of the semester, or either before you go back to school after a break, for example. Now, me personally, I do this a lot when I go back to school. And when I've done it, I found that not only has it been helpful as far as me already being in stock, as far as me having waters in my refrigerator, juice in my refrigerator, snack, but with you going grocery shopping before you go back to school also helps with your finances, for example, because it's almost like just because you went grocery shopping before you came back to school, now you don't have to go to the grocery store every Friday or every Monday, for example, to get your snacks, your water, your juice, because it's already in your dorm or it's already in your apartment. So you can just like save up your money as far as the groceries for about a few weeks, maybe even a month or two. The third tip is going to be more buses and less Uber/Lyfts. Now, I think this is a really important tip for college students specifically, because I know for my school, it might not be like this for all schools, but for my school specifically, the bus transportation fee is already included within our tuition and fees. So it's almost like we're getting on the bus for free, but not really, because it's like we already paid for it. And I just say that to say, like, since you already pay for the bus service, why are you paying for Lyfts and Ubers like every day, for example, if you can already use something that you've already paid for? And I'm not saying that like Lyfts and Ubers are a bad thing to take, because they're not. I understand you having to take a Lyft or Uber when you absolutely have to, but if you don't have to, I just think the bus is always a great option, because like I keep on saying, you already pay for that service, so why not use the service to your benefit? The fourth thing is going to be eat more at the dining hall or your food at your own dorm, rather than you always spending money on like outside food. Now, I know being in a college, especially like eating at the dining hall, it can be very unpleasant sometimes, because the food at the dining hall 9 times out of 10 won't be at your standards, and it definitely won't be like the food that you have back at home. But even though that is the case, I think it's important, especially if you're trying to save money, to like put yourself in a position where even though you might not be eating like home cooked food, you're still eating food that you enjoy. So let's take it for the dining hall, for example. Even though they might not have all of the things in the cafeteria that you absolutely love, let's say you love about 1 to 3 things in the dining hall, and you could probably fend towards those more, rather than you eating not so enjoyable things, for example. And even the food at your dorm, you always want to make sure, like for college students, they always say make sure you keep you some ramen noodles, some cup noodles, or really just anything that you enjoy eating that you might not necessarily always enjoy eating at the diner hall, for example. So with that, again, I think it's just really important because I know I like to eat, and sometimes we just want to spend money on something that we absolutely like to eat, whether that be a gyro, a pizza, or X, Y, and Z. But when you're trying to save money, you just don't want all of your money going towards the food, because I don't know, like, it'll make you happy for the moment, but it won't necessarily make your bank account happy long term if you're trying to save money, once again. And the fifth thing is going to be to have the I'm broke mentality. Now, I think this is really important because if you're broke, if you're constantly thinking like I'm broke, your mind is going to tell you you don't have the money anyway to like spend it on what you're trying to buy. So, you know, you can't buy it anyway. And even if you might have the money to buy those fresh pair of Jordans, to buy that shirt, for example, or to buy those pants, just you having the broke mentality, like I keep on saying, is going to force you to not buy the items that you want, because your mind knows what you're trying to do already. You're trying to save money. So if you constantly thinking you broke, you're not gonna want to spend money on nothing that you don't really necessarily have to spend money on. I think this is the sixth thing. So at my school specifically, once again, we have these things called cafe credits, and with cafe credits, they're essentially like free money that the school is giving you to buy snacks, for example, really anything like food related. So with my meal plan, for example, I get 12 meals a week, and then my cafe credits are $15 a week. But even with my cafe credits, they roll over a week. So let's say one week I have $15, but I don't spend that $15. The next week, that $15 rolls over, plus I get added on, plus $15 more gets added on to the cafe credits. So now I'm at $30 that I can spend within that week. So I think that's really like helpful, let's say for college students, because it essentially is free money that you can spend on snacks, food. So definitely, if you don't know if your school like does cafe credits, I think you should definitely check into that. And even my upcoming freshmen for college, class of 2024, I would definitely check into that, because like I keep on saying, cafe credits can be really helpful to many students like me, for example. I think we're on the seventh thing. The seventh thing, I think this is also a really important one too. Not saying that like none of these are not important, because all of these tips are important, but the seventh tip is definitely to learn how to do things yourself, so you don't necessarily have to pay for other people's services when you can definitely learn how to do things yourself. Now, for some people, this might include like a variety of things, but off the top of my head, I'm thinking about maybe learning how to do your own hair, so you don't have to pay people to do your own hair. Eyelashes, if you're into those, your eyebrows, your nails, and even for my guys, maybe learning how to cut your own hair, so you don't necessarily have to pay people to cut your hair for you. So it's just like really small things like that once you start learning how to do it yourself, you'll cut down on big money, because you wouldn't necessarily have to pay for other people to do it when you know how to do it yourself. And really, when you're doing those things yourself, all you really have to pay for is the equipment in order to do it. That's it. You're not paying for an additional service or anything. So I think that's a really, really great tip to get into while you can, especially. And the eighth tip is going to be be picky with the brands when you are shopping. Now, I shop in Walmart a lot, and I don't know, I think I shop in Walmart and Target equally. But let's take Walmart for example. The generic brand for Walmart is Great Value. Walmart has a lot of the same things, but like with the Great Value brand, for example, if you're trying to buy, I don't know, paper towels, you have the Great Value brand and you also have your other brand, but they're both paper towels. But the Great Value brand is going to be much cheaper than the other brand that also has paper towels. And I just say that to say, like, even though it's the Great Value brand, they're still serving the same purpose. So why not save you money using the Great Value brand, for example, rather than trying to get the name brand and you're spending more money? I mean, I think a roll of paper towels with the Great Value brand is probably close to $1 versus you trying to buy another brand that might be $2 or so. Even though it's small amounts of money, like the money that you save in the end, it'll definitely add up. And let's take Target for example. If you shop at Target, I think the generic brand for Target is R&Up for example. But same thing goes for Walmart. Like, you're just really trying to hone into saving as much money as you can save, and if that leads to you buying the off brand, the generic brand, I don't think there should necessarily be a problem with it because they're both serving the same purposes. So just why not save that extra money? The 9th tip is going to be make things stretch. So in other terms, you want to rationalize what you're using. For example, now let's take the shower gel for example. Me personally, I use body wash, and depending on how you use body wash, it can go really fast. But in order to prevent that from happening, I think it's really important to like rationalize, like I said, how much you're going to use when you take a shower each time. And body wash is not a cheap thing. It can be expensive sometimes, especially like depending on what kind of body wash you get. But I also feel like when you rationalize, you're making it last longer rather than you having to buy body wash every week, every 2 weeks for example. So just really like rationalize on the things that you can rationalize on, so you're not always having to spend your money on those things when you could have saved it and you could buy it a little bit later down the line. But the tip thing, you know how they be like, protect your energy. Protect your money, protect your money, protect your money. Now, I don't know if y'all ever heard of this before. That's probably like my first time me hearing it. But definitely protect your money. And protecting your money, it can come in various forms. So protecting your money might mean you not really allowing people to get too much in your pockets, as far as people knowing how much money you have, how much money you're spending a week, a month, etc. And for other people, that can also mean you saying no. Like when somebody asks you, hey, can you do this for me, can I borrow this from you? No, that also comes with protecting your money. All in all, I just feel like protecting your money is very important, because if you protect your money, like, you're gonna save your money 9 times out of 10, because you're just not letting your money fly out the window. And also with protecting your money, I think it's important to just kind of watch how you spend your money, because if you're watching how you spend your money, you already know what you're spending your money on, if you're spending too much of your money on a certain thing and what have you. And also, I would say protect your money when it comes to trying to keep up with the latest fashion trends, for example. Now, even though all this stuff look cute, it does look cute most of the time, I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to saving money especially, would you rather save your money to like work towards something that you want to have, or would you rather, like, I don't know, buy this Gucci bag, Gucci purse, and like just look nice, rather than you like having money in your account that you're building up towards something bigger? So I just also always keep that in mind. I mean, like, you can look nice with just a plain t-shirt, some jeans, and some shoes. You can look so cute. It doesn't necessarily always have to be, oh, I need me a Gucci hat, a Gucci purse, a Gucci shoes. Like, no, you can really look nice in non-designer things. So that's gonna be my last tip. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and like I said beginning, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click that subscribe button and like this video, leave a comment on this video. And really this week, since I'm on spring break, I'm gonna try to record and upload as many videos as I can. So I do have some good ideas in mind. Just be on the lookout for it, and if you push the notification bell, you're gonna know when I post. So what you waiting on? But also, I hope y'all having a good day, and in the midst of this coronavirus stuff, I really hope that everybody is safe. We don't know what's gonna happen. Everything is really just up in the air with this coronavirus stuff, but I really hope y'all are staying safe, staying healthy, staying indoors as much as possible, and I will just see y'all in the next video. Have a great one. Bye. Thank you for watching.